Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2019 or Pokemon Journeys anime episode review. This time I'm talking about episode 90, so let's get to it. Episode 90 begins where episode 89 ended, with Ash running into Ash. Original Ash says in a confused voice, "I'm Ash, who are you?" And the other Ash says, "I am Ash from Pallet Town." So original Ash is like, "No, that's who I am." And the other Ash is like, "But I am Ash too." Therefore, both of them are very confused. They don't know why there is another Ash. But the other Ash decides to simply walk away instead of trying to figure out what's going on. However, original Ash stops other Ash from leaving and other Ash cries as a result and he says that he's sorry. So this other Ash is a crybaby, he is insecure, and he is a pushover, which is the complete opposite of original Ash. Chloe decides to step in and she explains to the other Ash that she and original Ash came from another world that is just like this one. Other Ash understands this explanation and he says that Professor Rowan talked about another world. Other Ash then notices Pikachu, who is confused because there are two Ash. And other Ash then embraces Pikachu. This is exactly what other Dawn did when she saw Piplup. Original Ash says that other Ash must like Pikachu as well, and other Ash says that he does, and he then starts crying because he is reminded of what happened to his Pikachu. He shows original Ash and Chloe that his Pikachu turned back into an egg. This is yet another thing that other Ash has in common with other Dawn. Original Ash and Chloe are both shocked when they learn that a Pokemon went back to being an egg. Other Ash explains that time might be flowing backwards. Original Ash then recalls that Pikachu forgot a move earlier when battling the other Team Rocket. The other Ash says that this is not good because his Pikachu started off with forgetting moves and then it de-evolved into a Pichu and then it turned back into an egg. Original Ash starts to panic and he wonders what he will do, so other Ash wonders if original Ash and Chloe would go with him to the Pokemon Center in Sandgem Town because Professor Rowan is looking into what's going on. Original Ash decides that they should go to the Pokemon Center, so he sends out Gengar and Dragonite. I love that Dragonite hawks original Ash while Gengar scares other Ash. Also, it's curious that unlike Pikachu, Dragonite and Gengar don't react to the fact that there are two Ash. So the two Ash and Chloe get to the Pokemon Center with the help of Dragonite and Gengar. I love that Gengar just drops other Ash like a bag of potatoes. Gengar then scares other Ash and Gengar laughs afterwards. Once a troll, always a troll. At the Pokemon Center, Professor Rowan is about to leave while Nurse Joy tells him not to go. Professor Rowan simply tells her to stand down and be quiet. Now I knew that something was up here because Professor Rowan's voice is different. He sounds like James and his eyes are also different. They then show that Jessie in disguise finishes loading something into a truck. So it was clear to me that this Professor Rowan is James in disguise. Just as Professor Rowan is about to leave, Go and the two Dawn exit the Pokemon Center in order to stop him from leaving and they run into the two Ash and Chloe. Chloe is surprised because there are two Dawn while Go is surprised because there are two Ash. Original Ash is instead happy to see Piplup and I love that Piplup is like, "Yeah bro, I'm here, what's up?" Also, other Ash tries to conceal himself when Go exclaims that there are two Ash, which again shows how shy and cowardly he is. Jessie and Professor Rowan are soon stopped by the arrival of another Professor Rowan. Everyone is shocked because there are now two Professor Rowan. The Professor Rowan that just arrived says, "Who are you?" to the other Professor Rowan and Jessie, who say that when someone directs this question to them, they will not reveal their names, but they will show themselves, meaning that they will remove their disguises so that they can show who they are, and indeed, it's other Jessie and other James. Now this is in stark contrast to the original Team Rocket. When you ask "who are you?" to them, they proceed to perform their motto and they reveal their names on top of losing their disguises. But this other Team Rocket is clearly too serious to bother with a motto. So Go says that Team Rocket is trying to steal all the Pokemon from the Pokemon Center. Original Ash says we are not letting them steal anything and Go says that they will win their Pokemon back. Go sends out Cinderace and Pikachu gets ready to battle. Other Jessie tells other Meowth to deal with those that get in their way, so other Meowth gets ready to battle while other Jessie and other James get in their truck and they drive away. Other Meowth uses Dark Pulse to stop Original Ash, Pikachu, Go, and Cinderace from pursuing other Jessie and other James. Cinderace and Pikachu decide to attack other Meowth with Pyro Ball and Thunderbolt respectively, but before they can attack, they de-evolve back into Raboot and Pichu respectively. Now I have to say that Pichu is absolutely adorable. Other Ash says that everyone should put their Pokemon back into their Pokeballs. Other Dawn explains that this slows down the rewinding of time. So, Go withdraws Grookey and Raboot, while Original Dawn and Chloe withdraw Piplup and Eevee respectively. However, Original Ash chooses to put Pichu in one of his pockets instead, which is not surprising since I did not think that Ash would really withdraw Pichu back into his Pokeball. Also, I have to say that Pichu looks so cute in Ash's pocket. Go says that if this keeps up, then other Pokemon will revert back to eggs as well. Professor Rowan then says that it's not just Pokemon and plants that are affected, humans are affected as well. This shocks everyone. Go says that they must do something, and Original Ash says that Cynthia said that Palkia is likely to blame for the distortions in space. While Chloe says that since time is affected as well, Dialga is probably also involved. They all turn to Professor Rowan hoping that he can tell them how they can meet Palkia and the Dialga. Professor Rowan tells them that they might meet Palkia and Dialga if they go to the Spear Pillar in Mount Coronet, but even then, meeting them won't be easy. But Original Ash says that if they can get Dialga and Palkia to fix the distortions in time and space, then their Pokemon will return to normal. Go agrees with Original Ash and he says that he will be right there with him. Professor Rowan is surprised because Original Ash and Go are seriously considering going through with this, and he says that their earnest hearts might just be the key that allows them to meet Dialga and Palkia. So, Professor Rowan tells them to get going. Original Ash then sends out Dragonite and Gengar so that they can help once again, but they de-evolve into Dragonair and Haunter respectively, which is funny, and it's just so unusual, especially in Gengar's case, since we have never seen Gengar as a Haunter. But hey, Ash finally has a Haunter, it only took 24 years. Also, I wonder if this would count for the Pokedex. Every time one of Go's Pokemon evolves, his Pokedex always updates to include the evolution's data. So would the evolution also do this? It's possible, I guess, meaning that Ash now has Haunter and Dragonair registered in his Pokedex. Everyone is shocked by Dragonite and Gengar's de-evolution. Other Ash says that they were even inside their Pokeballs and yet they still de-evolved, so time might be rewinding faster. Since Dragonair and Haunter can't help with transport, Ash withdraws them and Go sends out Flygon and Aerodactyl so that they can help instead. Original Dawn and Chloe decide to go with Original Ash and Go. Other Ash notes that there is not enough space on Aerodactyl and Flygon for everyone, so Other Dawn says that Original Ash, Original Dawn, Chloe and Go should go on ahead, that she and Other Ash will catch up to them. Original Ash, Original Dawn, Chloe and Go then head to the Spear Pillar, and on the way there, Go has an idea and he calls someone. The episode then cuts to the original Team Rocket, who are now also in the other world thanks to the gate that opened right next to them in the previous episode. James says that those creeps, meaning the other Team Rocket, are nowhere to be seen. Jessie, on the other hand, is happily admiring her skin because it is so smooth now. Professor Rowan said that time rewinds for humans too, so Jessie is getting younger, which is why her skin is now smoother. Meanwhile, Meowth loses the ability to speak, I guess because he reverted back to the time before he learned how to speak, which is funny. Wobbuffet then de-evolves into Wynot, which is also funny. Jessie's Wobbuffet is another Pokemon that we have never seen in its pre-evolved form prior to this episode. Jessie and James are both understandably very shocked. The episode then cuts to Original Ash, Original Dawn, Chloe and Go. They finally reach the Spear Pillar. Ash calls out to Dialga and Palkia but nothing happens. However, Pichu soon points out that a gate appeared, so everyone enters the gate. The episode then cuts to Other Ash and Other Dawn. Other Ash tries to reach out to trainers that have flying Pokemon but he can't find anyone. The Chloe and Go of this world then appear alongside other Go's, Flygon and Aerodactyl. Other Go introduces himself and he says that he never expected to receive a call from another him, which reveals who Original Go called earlier. I guess that even though this is another world, both Go have the same phone number. Other Chloe then also introduces herself. It's worth noting that just like Other Ash and the other Team Rocket, Other Chloe and Other Go have different personalities when compared to the originals. Other Chloe is a tomboy. She speaks in a rougher tone and she even uses Boku to refer to herself. Boku means I or me and it's usually used by males. Other Go, on the other hand, is cocky and overconfident. He even uses Ore-sama to refer to himself. Ore-sama is a narcissistic and overly confident way of saying I or me. I don't know why only the two Dawn are similar when it comes to personality. Sure, Other Dawn does speak in a more meek and polite manner, but she's not too different from the original. Every other counterpart though has pretty much the opposite personality to the original. So, Other Ash and Other Dawn head to the Spear Pillar with the help of Other Chloe and Other Go. Other Ash notes that time is not rewinding for Flygon and Aerodactyl, while Other Dawn says that Other Chloe, Other Go, Flygon, and Aerodactyl are wearing weird suits. Other Go says that he thought that it was weird that time did not rewind for Team Rocket's Pokemon, so Other Chloe hacked into Team Rocket's data and she built the same suits that they use. So I guess that Other Chloe is a genius or a master hacker or both. After this conversation, they all then keep going towards Mount Coronet. The episode then cuts to the original characters who soon find Dialga and Palkia, who are still battling. Chloe notes that Palkia is opening portals, while Go notes that Dialga's power to rewind time then flows through said portals. Ash says that if they stop the battle, things should return to normal, so he gets ready to stop Dialga and Palkia. However, he is stopped by the other Team Rocket who now have a bunch of grunts with them. Ash exclaims, "Give us back our Pokemon." Other Meowth says that Ash and friends don't know when to give up. The Team Rocket grunts then send out a Rhyperior, a Skuntank, a Toxicroak, and a Purugly, which are all wearing combat suits. It's interesting that these are the same Pokemon that the Team Rocket grunts in episode 75 used. All of these are Generation 4 Pokemon, which is fitting, and 3 of them are Pokemon used by the Team Galactic Commanders, which is fitting considering that this Team Rocket is messing with Dialga and Palkia. Also, I guess that Team Rocket's roster does not change regardless of what world they are from. And it's also funny that before sending out their Pokemon, one of the grunts says, "Commander Meowth, don't worry, we are more than a match for those brats." So Other Meowth is a big shot in Team Rocket, and I assume that Other Jesse and Other James are as well, which is yet another difference between this Team Rocket and the original. It's also worth noting that in this world, the Team Rocket grunts wear white uniforms, while in the original world, they wear black uniforms. While Jesse and James are the opposite since they wear black uniforms in this world and white uniforms in the original world. So, Ash sends out Dragonair and Haunter, while Go sends out Flygon and Aerodactyl in order to battle. However, Dragonair and Haunter de-evolve into Dratini and Ghastly respectively, which is both hilarious and adorable, and it's also weird because we have never seen them in this stage of evolution prior to this episode. Meanwhile, Go's Aerodactyl turns into an egg immediately since Aerodactyl has no pre-evolution, while Go's Flygon de-evolves into Vibrava and then into Trapinch. Dratini, Ghastly, and Trapinch then all turn into eggs as well. Since Ash, Dawn, Chloe, and Go are defenseless without Pokemon, they are easily captured by Other Wobbuffet. It's honestly strange that Ash, Dawn, and Go did not use their other Pokemon in this situation who have not been outside of their Pokeballs, meaning that time has not started to rewind for them. So, Ash exclaims once again, "Give us back our Pokemon." Other Jessie says, "Oh, you mean these Pokemon?" and she reveals that Lucario and Inteleon are here. Lucario and Inteleon soon de-evolve into Riolu and Dressile respectively. Other Jessie then closes the curtain and she says that the Pokemon should behave until the operation is over. Ash and Go wonder about this operation, so Other Jessie and Other James then reveal that yes, they got Dialga and Palkia to fight by using the red chain that has the power of Arceus. Because of this battle, Palkia started to open gates between worlds, while Dialga started to rewind the time of all sorts of organisms. Team Rocket could then capture all the Pokemon and eggs that were affected by the rewinding of time. They can then capture the battle-weary Dialga and Palkia, which would restore time and space back to normal. They can then re-educate all the captured Pokemon and eggs so that they can become members of Team Rocket, and so world domination would not be a dream. I have to say that this plan is absolutely insane. Ash and Go say that they won't let Team Rocket do this. Other Jessie says, "What can kids like you do?" and Other Go says, "Oh, we can do anything. The future lies in my hands after all." Perfect timing for the classic hero entrance. Also, "The future lies in my hands" is Original Go's catchphrase as well. Original Go is happy to see his counterpart, while Original Chloe is surprised when she sees that there is another Chloe. Other Go's Flygon then uses Dragon Breath to release the original characters from their restraints. Original Ash and Original Go then enlist the help of their counterparts so that they can stop Dialga and Palkia and Team Rocket. The two Ash head towards Dialga and Palkia with the help of other Go's Flygon, while the two Go get ready to face Team Rocket alongside the two Dawn and the two Chloe. The Pokemon belonging to the Team Rocket grunts charge forward and original Go sends out Raboot, who de-evolves into Scorbunny, which is, you guessed it, funny and adorable, while other Go sends out Cinderace, who is also wearing a combat suit. Original Dawn sends out Piplup, while other Dawn sends out Boniri, again showing that other Dawn has the same Pokemon that original Dawn has. Both Chloe send out Eevee, and the other Chloe's Eevee is wearing a combat suit as well. Meanwhile, the two Ash approach Dialga and Palkia with the intent of breaking the red chain. Pichu adorably tries to break the chain, but he can't do anything to it. Other Ash then says, I will send out my ace as well, and he sends out Infernape, who uses Flare Blitz to attack the chain. But Infernape is also unable to break the chain. Now, the preview for this arc did show that an Infernape would appear in it, and I assumed that this would be original Ash's Infernape, who would return once again in this arc. But then I also thought that perhaps this Infernape could belong to the other Ash. So it's not really surprising that other Ash has an Infernape, and that is his Infernape the one that appears in this arc, especially when you consider that the characters from this other world do have the same Pokemon as the originals. Also, original Ash did not retrieve his Infernape at any point during this arc, so it was obvious that other Ash would be the one that would use Infernape. What is surprising, however, is that this Ash refers to Infernape as his ace. Now, Infernape is certainly the ace of Ash's Sinnoh team, but Infernape has a lot of competition for the title of Ash's overall ace. So it makes you wonder what this other Ash has experienced since he considers Infernape his ace. I also do want to mention here that I wonder what the circumstances are in this world, since Other Ash is here in Sinnoh. It makes sense that Other Dawn is here in Sinnoh because Dawn is from Sinnoh. Other Chloe and Other Go were probably in Vermilion City when original Go called Other Go, and they traveled to Sinnoh. But why would Other Ash be in Sinnoh as well? There are only two explanations which are based on original Ash. Other Ash could be traveling through Sinnoh for the first time, which would explain why Infernape is his ace. Infernape is his current ace, but Other Ash is wearing Ash's Pokemon Journeys outfit, albeit with different colors, instead of wearing Ash's Sinnoh outfit, which makes it unlikely that Other Ash is going through his Sinnoh journey now, though Other Dawn apparently did not know Other Ash prior to meeting him at the Pokemon Center, so maybe Other Ash has not traveled through Sinnoh yet, but this is unlikely because he has an Infernape, so it's more likely that Other Ash did travel through Sinnoh already, but without Dawn, or he is traveling through Sinnoh now without Dawn, and with the Pokemon Journeys outfit for some reason. The other possibility is that Other Ash is currently in his Pokemon Journeys phase, just like original Ash is, and so Other Ash is traveling to every region, and he just happened to be in Sinnoh now. And he brought Infernape along because maybe this Ash always keeps Infernape with him, because Infernape is this Ash's ace. Or when this Ash goes to any region, he likes to take with him Pokemon from said region, and Infernape is his ace from his Sinnoh team. However, this would mean that Other Ash is a research fellow at Ceres Institute, but he clearly did not know Other Chloe and Other Go. Though I guess it's possible that this Ash is traveling to every region for a different reason. Now, Other Ash does have a Rotom phone, which is something that was introduced in Generation 8, and something that original Ash got in Pokemon Journeys. This indicates that Other Ash is indeed in his Pokemon Journeys phase. In the end, though, the circumstances of this other world are not revealed, so who knows what the truth is. But it is an interesting mystery nonetheless. So, Other Ash is dejected because Infernape did not break the chain, but original Ash tells him not to give up. The episode then cuts to the battle between the two Chloe, the two Dawn, the two Go, and the other Team Rocket. Team Rocket's Toxicroak uses Sludge Bomb, and original Go's Scorbunny counters with Double Kick. Team Rocket's Rhyperior then uses Stone Edge, and other Go's Cinderace uses Pyro Ball to destroy the Stone Edge. Other Go's Aerodactyl then uses Dragon Breath to knock out both Toxicroak and Rhyperior. Team Rocket's Skuntank then uses Flamethrower, and Team Rocket's Purugly uses Fury Swipes. Other Dawn's Baniri uses Mega Punch to hit Purugly in the face, knocking it out. Ouch! Now, it's interesting that thus far, the Pokemon belonging to the characters of this alternate world have only used moves that their counterpart also knows, with the exception of Other Meowth. However, original Dawn's Boniri does not know Mega Punch, or at least, Boniri did not know Mega Punch the last time that we saw Boniri in action. If the Pokemon of the alternate world only know the same moves as their counterparts, again excluding other Meowth, then this means that original Dawn's Boniri learned Mega Punch at some point. Original Dawn's Piplup then uses Bubble Beam to defeat Skuntank. Other Meowth and other Wobbuffet then challenge the two Chloe and the two Eevee. Both Eevee use Bubble Beam via copycat to hit Meowth and Wobbuffet, who stand there confidently thinking that they are invincible. However, the water makes their suits malfunction and the suits explode as a result. Other Chloe says that she already knows the weakness of the suits. The episode then cuts to Dialga and Palkia. Dialga's power gets out of control, and as a result of this, Pichu goes back to being an egg. Other Ash's Infernape de-evolves into Monferno and then into Chimchar, and then it becomes an egg. Other Jessie and other James are turned into kids after their suits are destroyed. The grunts are also turned into kids and their Pokemon are turned into eggs. The entire other Team Rocket then blasts off into a gate. Finally, something else that they have in common with the original Team Rocket. Though this Team Rocket say that they are going back to headquarters as they fly away, and not what an awful feeling like the original Team Rocket does in the same situation. Also, it's weird that other Meowth and other Wobbuffet did not get affected by Dialga's power, at least not in a visible way. The two Ash, the two Chloe, the two Dawn, and the two Go are also turned into kids, which once again is adorable and funny. All their Pokemon also de-evolve and or they turn back into eggs. So it's clear that the suits can no longer stop Dialga's power. Everyone then starts to panic because they are all turned into kids, and at this rate they will all turn into babies. They also no longer have Pokemon that can help them. The two Dawn say that Dialga and Palkia can fix everything. The other Chloe says that their only option is to cut the red chain so that they can stop the battle between Dialga and Palkia. Original Chloe says that then they can get Dialga and Palkia to help. The episode then hilariously zooms out to show that they are talking about doing something big, but they are all kids now without Pokemon. The other Ash does wonder how they will do anything in their current state, so everyone starts thinking about what they can do. A gate then opens near Cynthia, who is still at the Canalave library in the usual world, and she sees Ash and the gang through the gate. Another gate opens near the Pokemon Center in Sanjim Town in the other world. Here, the other world's Professor Rowan and Nurse Joy and some trainers see Ash and the gang as well. Original Team Rocket are also here, and it's funny that they say, "It's the Brat Boys," now even brattier. So, Original Ash says that they should send their feelings to Dialga and Palkia, their feelings of wanting to see their Pokemon again. Everyone else agrees, and Other Ash says that they should send their feelings to Arceus as well. The two Go say that since Arceus birthed Dialga and Palkia, it would surely stop the battle. The two Chloe say that this will also return everything to normal. Original Ash then says, "Great idea there, Ash," to Other Ash, which is funny since it sounds like Original Ash is praising himself. Original Dawn then says that they are not alone, as she points to the gates that opened earlier. The two Dawns say that if everyone who loves Pokemon sends out their feelings, then everything will be alright. Everyone then closes their eyes, including those that are on the other side of the gates, and they begin to send out their feelings by praying. The two Chloe, the two Dawn, the two Go, and the two Ash then say that they love Pokemon a lot, and that they always want to stay with them. Dialga and Palkia then stop battling and a projection of Arceus appears. Arceus breaks the red chain, ending the battle for good. Fun fact, this is the first time that Arceus has appeared in the anime outside of a movie, and so, as of this episode, every Generation 4 Pokemon has appeared in the anime except for Porygon C. So, everyone is happy because Dialga and Palkia stopped battling. Palkia and Dialga then absorb the power that they emitted during the battle, which fixes the distortions in space and time. The two Dawn thank Dialga and Palkia, and it looks like Dialga and Palkia smile here, which is nice. Palkia then opens a gate, and Dialga uses its temporal power to pick up and place everyone in the gate. This sends everyone back to the Pokemon Center in Sanjim Town in the other world, and they all go back to normal. All the Pokemon also return to normal, and I have to say that it is very cool seeing so many Pokemon evolving together in quick succession, especially when two of the same Pokemon evolve together side by side. Original Jessie's Wynot also returns to normal, and Original Meowth is able to speak again. The two Ash and the two Pikachu then bump fists, which is a cool scene. But the original characters are all surrounded by this red glow, and they are returned to their world. But as they leave, they do say goodbye to their counterparts. Original Ash simply says, "See you later, Ash," while other Ash says, "Thank you, Ash." Original Ghost says, "You should come visit us in our world too," and other Ghost says, "Yeah, for sure." Original Dawn tells other Dawn, "Say hello to your Piplup for me," and other Dawn says, "Yes, we will be fine." Her Piplup is asleep, which is why Original Dawn could not say hi to it. This shows that both Piplup love to sleep. Original Chloe says, "I wish we could have had more time to talk," and other Chloe says that the net might connect them someday, which again shows that other Chloe is good with and reliant on technology. The original characters then return to their world. They appear in front of the Canalave library and they are happy because they are back in their world and that both Pokemon and flowers are back. Original Team Rocket also returned via this same gate and they sneak away before they are seen. The original characters then happily run towards Cynthia, who is very happy to see them all. The episode ends with Palkia and Dialga, who return to their respective homes. We also see a final shot of the original characters with their Pokemon, while the narrator says that people and Pokemon are bound to continue forging all sorts of bonds with one another. So overall, I absolutely loved this episode. It is now definitely one of my favorite episodes of Pokemon Journeys. It was just so fun, so crazy, and so adorable seeing all the human characters return to being kids, and seeing all the Pokemon de-evolve into their pre-evolutions. It was also amazing to see the original characters battling alongside their counterparts, and their interactions were also very funny. This episode honestly felt like one of those movies/specials where multiple of the same superheroes/Power Ranger would meet up because of some dimensional anomaly, and they would have to battle together, which would lead to some epic, goosebump-inducing moments. This episode of Pokemon Journeys gave me the same feeling. It was like I was watching Avengers Pokemon Edition, and it was honestly just such a fun ride, and I was smiling the whole way through. While the previous episode, episode 89, was good, it was not too crazy. But episode 90 definitely knocked it out of the park and I loved every second of it. Episode 90 honestly felt like a movie given how crazy the premise was and how in the end, everything went back to normal. And you had two of the same character and Pokemon interacting with each other, and in the end, the original characters were returned to their world while they said goodbye to their counterparts. This episode and the previous one could have honestly been expanded and they would have made for an amazing movie. My only gripe with the episode is that there wasn't more of it, because I could seriously watch dozens of episodes featuring the original characters and their counterparts battling and adventuring together. And I do hope that we get to see something like this again in the future. So yeah, this episode was absolutely amazing, and future special episodes like this one will have a difficult time topping episode 90. But that's the video, as always. Leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching and let's meet again in the next video.